All right, what up, people? This is Jay Allen, and this is Gangster with My Health. We talk to everyday people about some things they had to go through, or that they're dealing with as far as their health. They're trying to get better in a more progressive way. And today we have a special guest in the building.
My name is Tiffany Carter, and this is how I got gangster with my health.
Yes, yes. What's up, Tiffany? How you doing? Pleasure to have you.
Thank you. How are
All
you?
right, all right, all right. Well, so you're basically here to tell your story. I'm gonna give you that lane to do that. And, I'm gonna actually just kind of interject, jump in here and there. I might play a little devil's advocate. I might even beat you up a little bit. It's gangster with my health, okay? So,
Right.
so why don't you go ahead and just start off and just telling us just a bit about maybe like the way you grew up and just who you are. You know what I mean?
Well, my name is Tiffany. I'm from Atlanta. I was before everything happened in accounting, and also I was working full time. I used to be a college student. I went to Alabama State, and I went to Brown University.
Wow.
I was a regular young adult,
Okay.
and I turned about 22, 23. It hit me at that time, and I started noticing that I couldn't lift my right leg, and
Mm.
that was like overnight, and I
Really?
didn't know why
So
that happened.
did it happen like every so often, or was it like when you couldn't lift it, that was it? You couldn't lift it anymore after that? How?
Every so often. It was kind of like one of those things where my foot would drag, and it
Okay.
would kind of drag behind me, and I didn't know what was going on. And then one morning, over like outside of that, one morning, I could barely see myself in the mirror.
Wow.
Like my head had been hurting so bad, and then it pretty much turned to my sight going away, and so that's what made me go to the hospital.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
that's
And
we
that's when
start.
you were diagnosed?
Well, no, when I first decided to, I wasn't diagnosed because I had piercings in my chest at the time, and I had literally gotten them the day before, so they
Wow.
couldn't get an MRI. So they gave me a test of my brain, but that it couldn't tell them everything. I think I had a lumbar puncture and a CT scan,
Okay.
and I couldn't see everything at the time, so they couldn't, definitely, give me MS. But I went to my personal doctor and told her I thought I had MS. I told her I had been Googling and I thought that's what it was. I pretty much Googled for maybe about a week straight. And she told me that I was probably in an accident and I was tripping, basically.
Wow.
And I was like, no, this wasn't an accident. I would have known. And she said, no, it was probably a
So
car.
wait, let me stop you real quick because I think all of us have done that. We go
Mhm.
through we have some hurting. And when you Google that stuff, you can end up with anything. You know what I mean? So
Right.
let me ask you, were there other things that you kind of threw in there and then you kind of canceled out? And if so, what were those things?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember if there was anything else I put in there because I knew at that age for
Okay.
me to lose the ability to walk.
Hmm.
That was like a big part of it. And to me, that was like something's really wrong. And I think when I put it in, that was like literally the only thing that came up for what I was feeling at the time.
So at the time, what was your mom's perspective on all that, everything that was going on?
She at first I think thought it was something else too. She thought it was like maybe something that I would, sleep off. That,
Okay.
one day maybe I had gotten, maybe it was a muscle strain or something like that. And I think she just, wanted to pretty much figure out what was going on, but I don't think she ever, I don't think she thought it was MS. I think she was hoping it wasn't.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So really,
Right. So okay. So when you went to the hospital, you said they didn't diagnose you, so they kind of pushed it off. So when was the point to where they finally said, okay, this is what this is? Did you push for them to do further testing and things like that?
I did not at the time because
Okay.
I figured, okay, I pretty much know what it is. I think if I remember correctly, my doctor at the time, I won't call her out, but my doctor at the time gave me a brown paper bag full of Lyrica samples and told me to try those and see what happened.
Wow.
That was it. I got nothing else. No further testing, nothing.
Wow.
But this is also the same doctor that, outside of MS, the same doctor that did not put me on the path to get rid of a thyroid that I literally just got rid of in January. So
Wow.
that
Mm-hmm.
that was the same doctor, the same.
That show you people out there. You gotta kind of be your own doctor, like seriously, because the doctors, and I know this because I went through the same thing. Like, the doctor was giving me certain things, and he wasn't telling me the side effects of this medication. And like I always say, people, medication, it is going to help something, but it's ultimately going to damage another organ. Okay, that's facts. Okay, period, point blank. All right, and most of the time they're not going to tell you that. You got to kind of find that stuff out yourself. But it would benefit you to do that because in the long run, you're gonna be messed up if you don't. Okay, so go. Let's keep on going though. So you finally get the diagnosis, right?
And
Okay,
I
so
actually did not get that diagnosis probably until 2017. And
wow.
that's officially
Wait, wait,
diagnosed.
wait, 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 wait. So you saying from the time you were in your 20s
Mm-hmm.
to a
I
couple of years ago?
was in 2017. I was probably, I think at that time, 27, 28. Yeah.
Wow. And
Mm-hmm.
wait. Were you seeing that same doctor all?
No, and
Okay,
it
okay.
literally took me getting to a point where I was hospitalized
Okay.
so bad that I could not move. I think I remember I was trying to go to the doctor, to a regular doctor's office visit, and I tried to get in the car and I fell right back down.
Wow.
And that's when I knew something was really, really wrong, and I
Hmm.
couldn't move, I couldn't do anything. So,
Right. So look, when you were in the hospital, were you in the hospital? Like, what were the lengths of time? Were these long hospital stays that you were in?
uh, for me, yeah, about a week or
Right.
two.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, I was in there like a week and a half, 2 weeks. That's long enough. They poking on you and all this kind of stuff. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's long enough, definitely. So yeah, let's kind of. So let me ask you this: What back then were you? Because I know right now you're engaged, right? Or
No,
married?
I just have a boyfriend.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
So back then, were you with somebody back then?
No,
Okay.
at that time I wasn't, and it was probably a good thing because I don't think I would have, been
Right.
that. But I don't think I wasn't at the time.
Okay. Okay. So let's kind of like fast forward a little bit. So 2017, you finally get the diagnosis. Okay.
Right.
Um. So how do you how do you feel at that point? I mean, all of these, because that's a long time in your 20s to 2017. Right. That's a pretty long time. So when you got it, what did they have you on? What did they prescribe you?
When I first got it, I
Yeah.
think they gave prednisone and they introduced a list of what do they call them? They are called disease modifying therapies. So they give you a
Mm,
list, and it was a very extensive list. And they tell you literally, because I remember asking for one that I could possibly have kids on at some point because there's a list of them that you can't. You
okay.
even get pregnant. It would literally be dangerous to the baby. So there was like about a booklet. I think it was pretty thick, about this thick of a booklet of things I could choose. And I think I ended up going with what I went with because it just seemed like the least of the devils on the page.
Right.
But
The lesser of two evils, so
right.
to speak. Right.